Assassin's Creed Shadows updates make no sense whatsoever, and I'll tell you how. If you don't know already, then AC Shadow is now officially in its post-launch phase, where developers have promised us that they will deliver us some of the most promising features in the coming updates. But after watching it, I realized something. Much of the features that they're promising to bring in the game are the ones that they could have done a long time ago. As a matter of fact, the game was delayed 2 times in total, from November of 2024 to February of 2025 and then again to March of 2025, which gave them a total of 4.5 months to actually polish and implement these things, these minor things that they're implementing now. Starting off from the very first thing that the fans were demanding ever since the game's launch was the Autofollow Road option. If you didn't know or didn't pay much attention, the game did not have this feature at launch, and starting from every game after Origins, it was present. It's more like an autopilot for your horse, where you don't have to play and control every time you move around the map. And the irony is that they implemented it, but for characters. In certain story missions, when there's a section where you and the other character is walking, you can press this button to auto-follow the character so you don't have to press your analog stick every time he moves. And if they could implement this feature there, then why not here? It really bothered me, but fortunately enough, they did add it in its first big update. And if you're now thinking that's it, well, not entirely. There's a lot of other stuff that they missed at launch, which they're now adding bit by bit, with one of them being the parkour update. If you don't know, back in 2023 when Assassin's Creed Mirage was released, it didn't have the parkour abilities that were added later in an update. Because in the original update, the parkour wasn't as smooth and as responsive as it is now. And it's all thanks to the modding community. They made a specific mod for Assassin's Creed Mirage where they greatly increased the height of the back ejects and some other improvements. The developers saw this and decided to make a similar update for console so that all players may get the same benefit. And hence we got it. And the same fate is now happening on Assassin's Creed Shadows, where at launch parkour wasn't improved, but at the end of May we will eventually get a patch which fixes it. Now, I'm not nitpicking or criticizing, but asking a simple question. Was it that hard to implement it on day one? Because both the games are made by Ubisoft. Yeah, the studios are different, but the overall infrastructure is the same, so they could have added it smoothly. Now, I'm not going to talk about every single update that they're bringing because it will make the video an hour long, but I will only focus on some of the most notable ones. For instance, in the latest update, the game officially added the codex entries, which was the definitive feature of Assassin's Creed. It was present in the game, but not for characters, only for historical locations so that we can get some info about the game's world and its real-life counterparts. And they're also bringing back the much-awaited headgear in cutscenes, which is the problem with every Assassin's Creed nowadays. I don't understand, specifically for Ubisoft Quebec, why they have a problem with this. Because in every game they make, there is some sort of issue related to that. In Syndicate, we cannot use our hood while walking. In Odyssey, we cannot use our headgear in cutscenes, and now in Shadows, once again, the same issue. They also reportedly fixed the inconsistencies with the photo mode, where you could get stuck in a filter, which many people, including me, also experienced. And these are just a few that I mentioned, and there are a lot more than this. So do you also think that we're getting happy over some updates, which we could have got as soon as the game launched? Because I saw a lot of people in the comment section praising them for adding this. Now, it's a good step. They're listening to the community, which they usually used to forget. As seen in AC Valhalla, where the feature to raise our hood in combat was added 2 years after the game's initial launch. So, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing at the same time. What do you think? In my opinion, they should focus on actual quality and performance upgrades, some things that the players desperately want, because still there are a lot of new things to be added than just backporting the ones that actually exist. So, do you agree with me? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that being said, I'll see you in another video. Till then, goodbye.